Happy Wednesday, first graders. I titled this lesson, Big Feelings, Big Ideas. Sometimes you're sitting and it's time to write and you have no idea what you're going to write about. I know this week it has to be something to do with family, but okay, where do I go from there? Think of a time where you had a big feeling that involved family somehow. So you can think of a time when you were very, very happy. Maybe your family threw you a party, or you got to see someone, an uncle and aunt who you haven't seen in a long time. Think of a time where you were very, very sad. Something happened in your family, someone had to go away, you haven't been able to see a family member for a long time. Think of a time where you were very, very angry. Your little brother hit you and it made you fall. Think of a time where you were very, very scared. Now, I remember one time that I was very, very scared, and it had something to do with my son. So I think that's what I'll write about today. Here's your learning goal. Repeat. I can get ideas for stories by remembering a time I had big, strong feelings. Now, I know that my stories have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So we have to figure out how we're going to do our pages, how we're going to set up our writing so that we start at the beginning and then end up at the end. This is how you can think about it. First, what happened first? What happened next? Then what happened after that? And finally, so first, here's your beginning. Next, then, after that, that's everything that happened in the middle. What was the problem? How did you attempt to resolve the problem? And then at the end, finally, how was your problem solved? So here, I have my writing notebook. I know my topic is family. I know that my big, strong feeling is when I was very, very scared. First, what am I going to start with first? Okay, I'll tell you guys the story. First, my son, my husband, and I, we were walking around Las Vegas. So I am going to draw my picture so I can get started of the three of us walking around Las Vegas. I want to make sure I have those sensory details and I remember that it was Las Vegas. So in Las Vegas, there are these big, tall buildings. So that's what I'm going to draw. I'm going to label my buildings Las Vegas so that when I'm writing, I'll remember. I should add a speech bubble. We were walking and it was so hot. So I'm going to have my speech bubble adding dialogue. It is so hot. Okay, that was what happened in the beginning. Next, how did my big, strong feeling come about? Why did I start feeling scared? Well, we were walking, so we're still walking. And my son made an uncomfortable face. So I'm going to draw his face. He was looking very uncomfortable. So I looked and I said, "What's wrong?" More dialogue. Let me add another speech bubble. What's wrong? Then I realized my son was having an asthma attack. I realized that he was not able to breathe. And we were walking around, so we were far away from our hotel room. So I'm going to draw that. Then I realized he couldn't breathe. Let me draw a face because now I'm looking really scared. How do I make myself look really, really scared? After that, we went to the hotel room and could not find his inhaler. So I used my phone to Google some remedies. And we also called the pharmacy that was near us. And all this time, my son still can't breathe. So imagine how scared I am right now. He's calming down. He's feeling a little bit better, but he still needs his inhaler. I'm going to draw our big hotel room to add that detail. I'm going to add me frantically using my phone. I'm going to add my son sitting down, breathing in and out, trying to calm himself down. Finally, we were able to pick up an inhaler from the pharmacy. He used his inhaler, and he was feeling better soon after that. I think he just started panicking a little bit, but he was fine. So I'm going to draw a picture. How do you think we felt at the end of that? Oh, we felt happy. We felt relieved. So I'm going to draw ourselves feeling happy and relieved. I'm going to draw the bed that he was sitting on. I'm going to draw a speech bubble, adding more dialogue when he says, I feel better. Whew. Okay, I had all my steps. First, next, then, after that, and finally. So now I just have to go back and turn my pictures into words. I'm going to make my star sentences. They're going to start with capital letters. They're going to end with punctuation, and I'm going to make sure I have finger spaces between my words. I'm going to add a couple craft moves too. I know I added some dialogue with my speech bubbles. I added a little bit of action with us walking around and me using my phone. Then maybe use some repetition to really get that big idea across that I was scared. But do you see how I thought of a time with my family where I felt really, really afraid and I was able to write a story from that? Well, start my story anyway. This is just my sloppy copy. So here's your learning goal. I can get ideas for stories by remembering a time I had big, strong feelings. Happy writing, first graders.